Hello, everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. We're here August 23, 1943. I'm telling you, I had some temptations to do some crazy aggressive stuff in various places. One is sea lion was hit 3 times. One is to do some crazy things in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so we had hit it with a torpedo before, but now we're able to finish it off. Um, so some crazy aggressive stuff in the Bay of Bengal, but I realized, then the problem is I might be have my nose stuck out and be attacked by air. And then I was thinking about doing something. There it sinks, that tanker. Then I was thinking about doing something crazy in I think it was the Southwest Pacific. But I decided, okay, here's the thing. I don't want to overextend myself. I feel like there's no need for me to um because let me explain. So I got to thinking, what's the reason for this? Is it just a reaction? In which case, is it like a panic move? Is there real good sense to it? Is there going to be a positive result? Is a positive result guaranteed? I don't have to have a positive result guaranteed, but I was just like, I could be in way over my head and really take a beating there in I was thinking about raiding Port Blair, charging in. Oh, that's what it was. I was thinking about bombarding Balikpapan, but then I realized he probably has mines there, so I am in the process right now of getting some destroyer minesweepers ready, and then we're going to go in a combined force of destroyer minesweepers and a battle group to see if we can um, bombard and also make sure we're clearing mines while we're at it. Anyway, I know I'm rambling. The point is that I'm just basically admitting that I was going to do some reckless stuff. I'll use that word, reckless stuff, just because I'm feeling a bit crunched in the Bay of Bengal there. But you know, I think we'll be okay. We hit one resource of after all that. This doesn't quite finish off those guys. We're just not hitting anything. There. Okay, so his last troops on, the last troops that had formerly been defending Manokwari are destroyed. There's our sweep. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take a day to rest my heavies, use my P-38 somewhere else, and possibly use my P-38s um, over Port Blair. Maybe do a sweep and check it out. Maybe maybe also charge in with my I don't know. I need to see what he's got, but anyway, we'll take a look. I promise to try anyway. Keyword try. Promise to try to um, be prudent. I know supposedly I'm the allies with unlimited stuff, but which also by definition means I don't have to be reckless, right? Means I can take my time, let him be the one to do. See, he's bringing in some extra troops, and that's you know, he'll have advantage, but in the meantime, we'll keep up. Well, we're occupying some of his troops. I do have some um, a plan in place there at Burma, and we'll see how that goes. And we're back, August 24th, 1943. I think I haven't initiated the invasion of Maloelap yet because, all right, nothing doing here. So there's a AMC, some kind of coastal minesweeper doing something right here. I don't, anyway, could be doing ASW. Maybe he's, you know, trying to get every last boat out there that he can get. Ooh, nice. I'm not sure. Let's look at this. Severe damage. So we're not seeing whether it was carrying any fuel, but 2 torpedo hits. Nice. And that sinks. All right. So the last time we did a surface attack, we did terribly. So not this sub, but I think it was a Dutch sub. But let's see how this guy does. So far, pretty good. I think it's about 66% hits, but we took some damage. Um, we may or may not. Ooh, a torpedo hit. Yeah, this will go down. But we're on fire. Yeah, the sea lion's trying to get out of there. Took I think it took like 3 hits the day before. I didn't look at all like the animation, so I don't know how badly it was hit, like how many direct hits and so forth. But it had about 48 float damage. Just hoping to get it back to somewhere to repair. So he's trying to check out what we're doing there in the Dutch Indies. Well, more specifically East Indies. All right, so we got some cancellations. Let's see if we go in the afternoon, but okay. This is good. First of all, we're sweeping first, and he only has 5 zeros because we got some medium bombers coming in later. Now we're only going for the ground um, because I don't have anything that has naval attack, and so I'm afraid he's just gonna I'm afraid we're just gonna lose aircraft to flak without even hitting a ship. So well, this looks fairly. These are apparently good quality pilots. Now we do get one kill there, a second one, okay. See if we can, okay, third. See if we can get one more. Okay, well, I was hoping to stay here and watch us shoot this last one down. There we go. I was starting to wonder if maybe we were just gonna have to skip it. Okay, this time the Sion flag actually got one destroyed. Nice, although he did a lot of damage. Now he's coming in with Sally's, but we shoot one down and he's really not doing much because of our flak. But the problem there is he's going to inevitably um, cause problems with our supplies. This is why, as soon as possible, I need to get some supplies in there. So more bombs over Sion. Oh, this is bad because I had sweeps and they didn't go first. Oh, man. That's frustrating. That is so bad. I have 75 fighters flying. Cap over that. Okay, so we sink the mine tender, which is good because we're gonna sweep the mines now shortly and just bombard. Um, fuel and supply hits as well. All right. Now, that is the ship I was aiming for, but because now he can't tend the mines. But I was hoping to get more hits than just that. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll get some more here. Let's watch this one here. This shouldn't be too long. See if we can hit another ship. We are hitting his fuel tanks. Yeah, I am very upset with those air losses over Burma because now the British, like half of my British bombing squadrons are wiped out. It is what it is. I mean, it's the mechanics, so there's nothing, I mean, anyway. No use crying over it. Just move on. So he had some Tojos here, but we're going to hit some oil. Reduces oil production because without these bombing raids, he was producing, well, I think this is over 300. So he's producing like 3,000 a day. Let's see if we can shoot down some of these Tojos with our defensive fire. I'm gonna. Oh wow, he had a bunch of fighters. I'm not sure we're gonna get many hits this time because when you have to fight off the escort, I mean the cap, it messes with your accuracy. So I don't even know what the point is. All right, so literally, you saw us miss a cruiser, you saw us miss a cargo ship. I literally think when it comes to naval assets, that side of the map is cursed. I have found nothing but a failure over there, literally. I mean, those of you who have been watching this campaign know that nothing has worked over there. No sub has had positive results, and it's just yeah, just terrible. Deliberate attack? What? There's no way. What are you thinking? Wow. Should I bomb him and attack him? Wow. I mean, I could use heavies, mediums, everything, and just bomb so hard and then assault. Because he just lost a third of his AV, which drops him to 200, let's say. And he may, be more fatigued, and I don't know. It might be. Well, his forts are surely are gonna be too strong though, so maybe not. It's not worth it. Man, this was a terrible day though. I mean, I guess terrible in the sense that like I feel like things that should have happened just outright didn't, and then I don't know. No, there were a few positives, but not as many as I was hoping to offset what I feel like was very negative. But we'll talk a little bit about it. Meanwhile, I think we got a battleship up here, but we'll get there. So one of the things I meant is, so see this, we had a chance to have 11 kills for just a few losses, but with the no sweeps and our bombers getting shredded, that any positives got offset by terrible negatives. So it's just one of those things that, it is what it is, and you have to kind of sometimes just suck it up and move on. So that's what we're gonna do. But in the meantime, let's look at what we got here. Now we only had 11 kills, so this is a little overinflated. But Sally's we may have knocked out. Well, 5. Maybe the Sally's is off. 4. Okay, so we did kill 4 Sally's. Some zeros. I think 4 of those as well. So we'll just say 4 and 4. A Tojo shot down by our bombers, and then a Dina to ops. We lost, look, see 19. We could have had only 5 losses, but instead we had way too many bomber losses. So that's going to wipe out those 2 squadrons completely. And it'll take us a long time to refill them because these BXs take are so we get see this we lost 18. it'll take us 3 months to get those back. 3 months. So moving on. We probably lost a bunch of pilots because of it. We did sink a tanker, a 19-point tanker. Not Still not sure if that was loaded or not, but and then a 3-point light cargo ship. All right. Well, just for the heck of it, let's see. Trying to see if there's something here that wasn't here before. But if you notice, I mean, there you go. All right. Now I want to look at something here while we're in the while I'm in the thought process of it. So this is I think this is the task force that we torpedoed with, I believe it was the skipjack. Anyway, it kept moving and it got this far without Dutch interference, which is unfortunate. But it is moving southwest, so it was not loaded, and so there you go. Um, it's been a while since we've looked at this ops report. So let's just kind of look quickly. We didn't torpedo a sub that we noticed on the surface. We did have some kills, although he did as well, so that's unfortunate. And then of course he's going to turn his fighters off, and we won't get him on the next run. So very lucky there. All right. Well, Karachi is port size 7 for what it's worth. I guess it's worth 1 point. We got some Soviet upgrades. Uh, some Indian and Soviet upgrades on the troops. So got the Alabama arrived at Balboa. We will we have a task force there ready to take it to the west coast. Roebuck. Um, yeah, this squadron I think is just a transfer. Um, anyway, some cargo ships. Okay, man, I don't even know where to begin. But I'll just talk about what I usually talk about. Let's take a look at the sea line. It's almost like he's chasing us, um but the we did repair it a little bit because I think it was 48 before. It's heading to Darwin because I think I'm gonna. It's not. We can repair some of this before we have to go to a repair dock, and I just as soon go ahead and get it to move a little bit faster. It's moving so slowly, so we'll get it to this far because anywhere that it can repair more fully, whether it's Perth or Brisbane, is so far away that at this speed it'll take forever. So let's get it back to a place where we can, in fact, I might just say, I don't know if this will change anything, but let's do direct. Give us a couple of hexes um, closer. All right. Um, Lap is ready to go, I believe. We should have, is it this one? No, why doesn't it let me select it? Okay, so it says it's loading supplies. I'm going to cancel load supplies. Well, we'll get that all resolved after when I'm done recording here. Basically, I'll take all 4 of these task forces and these 2, and I'll launch my invasion, pull the trigger. It is an atoll, but that's fine. We're going to bombard it with our battleships. We're using only amphibious ships, so we should have a really quick unload, get most of our units off. We're going to bombard. We already bombed with heavies. We're going to probably bomb again. Um, with 42, look at that, with 42,000 supplies, it's still less than half. That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna pull the trigger on this bombard and shore bombard, bring in our CVEs. I doubt he's gonna interfere with this as well. Let's see. So that's gonna happen basically the next turn resolution, the 25th. We'll be seeing that invasion. My carriers are arriving, the Yorktown and some CVLs. I I was debating whether to pull the trigger on this already, but here's the thing, I was looking at what the situation was, and I kind of want to bring my CVEs over and my escort carriers. So I've got them on the move over here to Babar. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have these guys connect with, yeah, this is probably gonna take, if we move at, let's say 7, maybe even 6, 7 days, 6 to 7 days we'll be here. I think that's okay. When we get closer, like when we're passing Morocco, I'll bring everybody up here, um, convene, and then start the journey up there. Um, range 12. We could probably get halfway and then halfway again. But yeah, let's gotta make it happen. Um, yeah, looking forward to this happening within a week, roughly, give or take. I'll keep you posted. Sarong is probably another week after that, and not sure why that sub is heading away. Maybe it's the one we damaged before. I don't even know. But yeah, I just wish man, this is disappointing. What we did here was a waste. The Trident. We're gonna set this patrol. These, particularly the British subs, just a waste. I mean, no, there's no other way to put it than just it's a waste. Just frustrating. Uh, I'm gonna put that on a day lingerer. Um, I need to get this AS over here, but it's on its way. Should get there in time. Plus, it is a port level 6. Maybe it won't be port level 7 by the time these are well, at least the Haddo is ready to come back. Um, Yeah, I just don't see us. If I had a full division here, maybe, but this guy just has a lot of work to do before he's ready to fight in fighting condition. Um, so in the meantime, I probably will. I'll need to get some supplies in here, so I may start heading over there because I think by then he'll be moved on. Let's just try it. We'll start heading and see how we do. Um, I don't even need to refuel. It's fine. Okay. Um, I could also do a quick raid. Um, in fact, I might switch this to bombardment and allow escorts to bombard. I like to, I don't know if what this does. Closing range will be less than TF's minimum naval DP range. So I'm going to keep it there. 15 is fine. I'm okay with that. Um, we're just going to go in. Mission speed, it's 11. So Basically, I think what that means is we'll probably move here first or here and then go. So we'll see how that goes. But the reason I like bombard better is because if I do a surface attack, I don't know if he'll just fight and then kind of move 1 or 2 hexes away and be in danger of getting hit by uh, enemy air. But a bombard should go there and run back. Um, in fact, for fun, let's make Ramree the home base so that what'll happen is we'll go in, do the bombard. I think if I do direct, it won't make a difference. So let's just do normal. So it'll be here when it, I think, fires. If not, maybe here. But then when it's done here, it'll go more straight back here. And I can always bring it back to Rangoon. But in fact, you know what? I should do, what if I do coastal? That'll make it go here. Yeah, that's better. I like that a little bit better. It's more likely to sneak away than if it's like here, somewhere in here. All right, enough rambling about that. Now I have what is it called? An operation that I'm working on where I'm trying to get some troops around behind, but I've noticed, and I think I talked about this already, but I noticed he has some guys back in here. So I think I'm gonna still pull the trigger on that. We'll see how it goes. Um, I I think it's gonna be funny. I think it's gonna be crazy. It may do nothing other than just cause him to reshuffle, but also I plan to get a sizable Chinese core right here, and it'll be like the plow that just drives in there and hopefully knocks it out. Plus, I have 2 armored regiments coming here as well to give it really good, a really good punch because it's going to be a shock attack across there. All right, moving on. That's, I guess that's the biggest thing I wanted to talk about. I really should have taken a little Andaman instead, built that up. Um, oh well. There's nothing can be done about that. Now what I could do is I could pick up some of these units and maybe I will, you know what? I'm gonna start doing that. So instead of dropping supplies, I'm gonna pick up starting with engineers. Um, I don't think I mean I don't know what getting these guys. I won't be able to get the heavy equipment, which is unfortunate. So I could get, I don't even know if I could get any of this. Um, that's unfortunate. All right. And this is in the same boat, although I could probably get the support and then leave the heavy guns. Let's see. Yeah, this was certainly a crazy operation. We'll see how it goes. See if my supply convoy can get in there. Anyway, also, I'm going to bombard, like I already talked about, and bring in this. I'll probably combine this battleship with it as well. That might be pretty good. Um, I might break off some of these damaged ships as soon as we do the bombard. Whatever's damaged, break off to repair, because I feel like I need these ships to be faster, and so I need the engines repaired. And yeah. So what I may do, you can't see me there. this is too far away to do a bombard. I don't see myself getting to this destination with um, what I could do is keep moving this way, move this guy to meet with this, and then bombard. Um, but I kind of like my idea of just bombarding now. Like a turn earlier. We'll figure it out. We've got one whole turn. We won't be we won't be bombarding next turn, so it's fine. All right, moving on. Talked about that long enough. Okay. Um, yeah, he's pushing in the south here, or I should say just straight east, and that's a challenge. But there's really nothing I can do about it. And he couldn't knock me out of this position. That's okay. Um, I feel like doing what some people do here with these guys and do an assault, but you know what? These support guys, they do have they're they're spongy, so he has to crush them to push us out as well. Um, he's in there behind us, kind of, and he could sweep down if he has a whole division or two. He could sweep down and really mess us up. That's why I'm trying to get this other unit back there. I thought I was moving somebody else back there. Oh, we're in combat mode. That's because he's bombing us. That's all right. Well, I don't know. I feel like I've mismanaged a few places that if I had to do it over again, I would do hopefully better. But it is what it is, and I'm gonna try to deal with what I have, the hand I've been dealt. Check this out, a huge jump in supplies here. The Nanchang base doesn't have a flag anymore, so we're getting supplies now in some of these forward areas. Changsha doesn't just have 180 anymore, so that's really good to see. In fact, everybody has enough supplies. Wow, okay. Hopefully Xi'an gets theirs soon. We got an issue at Ankang as well. Anyway, I don't know. Just seeing what I can do. All right. Well, I'm gonna end it there. I got a lot to do, got a lot to work on, various areas, and we'll see. I'm telling you, these British subs are worthless. And look at this, 53, 52. No, that's leadership. What I meant to look at is 63, 63. Couldn't hit the broadside of a giant cargo ship. I don't even know what the point is in having the British ships navy in this game. Now I will say I've seen other after action reports where they did well, the British, but this game, I think it's almost like when you load a game, there's a thing in there that says, that kind of tells the game, go ahead and enact a terrible Royal Navy or, hey, better than average. Because it seems like there's not any situation that I've seen yet where in this scenario, for my game anyway, where they performed at least at least at an average level. It's just been bad, 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 bad in every situation. So I just assume, this sub, for example, is never gonna hit. The Americans and Dutch may help, but anyway. All right, well, I'm gonna end it there, end my rant, and I apologize um, for that, but it's what it feels like. All right, well, we'll be back on the 25th.